So I wanted to run through the Acres CRM and really explain the different things it's capable of, the things that you should get to know and start using right away, and the things that you really don't need to worry about. I also would like to talk about the different ways it can work for your business. There's lots of different things it can do, and depending on your business needs, you may want different integrations or different setups and automations. That's what we're here for, is to help get you on the right path. So I'm going to walk through the system and how it works and all the things and problems you might encounter, and just kind of keep it pretty brief. This way, when you're ready for your one-on-one meeting, or you would like to schedule a call to walk through the CRM and start setting it up in a more customized way, you will have a deeper understanding of how it works and the different sort of things you can ask for. So, first thing I'm going to do is show you the phone number. So a lot of people ask why we have to have a Twilio number. And a Twilio number, if I hit resolve here, and this will be done before you access your accounts usually, but just to kind of show you guys how everything works. I have here, I'm going to add a new number. I'm going to say the area code is 828, and I hit search, and this is what we do. We find a phone number within your business's area code and just pick a number. And then what we do is we take your number and we're going to forward all calls that come into that number we just created to this number. And we can do this for as many users as you need. We can do it for as few users as you need. And we're going to use this, and it's crucial to use this with the CRM, and I'm going to tell you why. So think of the CRM as kind of the landing pad for all of the different programs that you may use, whether it's texting or email, or how you manage your invoices, your Facebook ads, Google ads, all those different things can be controlled and managed within the CRM. But you have to have something that connects all these things so that it works. So it's the same for having a Twilio number. This number is important because this number, which is essentially Twilio, works with Twilio so that when someone texts you, or they call this number, or they text this number, it runs through this number, through the Twilio system, and is able to go through this number to your number and in the CRM at the same time. And this is important since one of the more valuable tools in the CRM is the texting feature and the email feature. So it's definitely important. There are people who already have established business numbers, so sometimes they're a little unsure if they want to either switch their business number, or they can port it into Twilio, and that's kind of a whole nother thing, but it's a little more time consuming and not an option I think anyone's ever actually chosen. Keep in mind, once again, you can make this number any number you want. People can call whatever, how this number, text it, it's still going to go to your number. So this is just a masked number. So that's the Twilio number. So that's the first thing you're going to notice. If we build a website or landing page for you, you'll notice a number, it's not yours. You're going to wonder why. Come look here and you'll see that it's the same number. So that's phone numbers. I'm going to go back here. When you first log into the CRM, you see your dashboard here. And the dashboard's pretty cool. It helps you track, kind of at a glance, everything. So once you have leads in your pipeline, you're going to be able to see the value of leads you have open, the amount you've closed, and the leads you've lost. Over time, you can track your conversion rates for leads. You can see how many leads you have in your pipeline, what stage they're in. You can sort through different pipelines and stages. You can look at assigned tasks either to you or to a teammate if you have more than one person. You can see the due date. You can comment on them. You'll also be able to see your, in here, reporting, Facebook ad reporting. You can see if you have a larger team, you'll be able to see call reporting. So you'll know who's texting back, who's calling back, who isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. You'll be able to kind of track that on there if you want. You'll be able to see how any report that you would like when it comes to employee reporting or ads reporting, Google PPC, you'll be able to pull that up through here. And it'll show here as well. So that's just your kind of your dashboard. So the first important thing we have, and the first thing you're going to want to look at when you're in the CRM, is opportunities. So if we go to opportunities, this is your pipeline. We set up a pipeline, a basic one for everyone, but we can customize this, and you can customize this however you would like. You can create as many pipelines as you would like. And I'm going to show you the basic automation we have set up for you with new clients. And keep in mind that this can be changed and altered in any way you can think of. We can probably do it. So as you're getting used to the CRM and seeing how the different automations work, kind of take note of what could be done differently to work better for your business. Or if, calendars and booking appointments are more important to you than having automated responses go out to clients and not having to worry about your pipeline because everything's just automated and you get messages reminding you, but you'd rather focus on calendars, then that's great. We'll focus on that. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at this. So we have our new lead needs follow-up 1, payment received closed. First thing we have, there's two ways leads can get in here. They could come in through contacts. And what you're going to want to do is any, post-it notes you have with client, customer, potential lead information, any hopefully Excel spreadsheets you have with your customer lists, you're going to want to add it to your contacts. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. If you do have a spreadsheet, it needs to be saved. If you see here, if you click this arrow where it says import contacts, you're going to need a CSV file. All you have to do to create a CSV file is save your Excel file as a CSV file. Then you upload it here and it will upload all your contacts. Now, to add contacts manually, which I know a lot of people are doing when you have contacts in a million different places, you're going to come here and hit this plus mark. You're going to add the contact. Okay, and you can mark them as a lead or already an existing customer. If it's ever someone doesn't want to be contacted ever again, click this button and they will never receive another response, but they'll still be in your database. So we're going to hit save. And when I save that, I'm going to show up here. And you're going to see we have our conversation tab. We have where we can send a text. We have where we can send an email. You can see all of my information. You can see, we'll get to that in a minute. But that's what it looks like when you create a contact. So if I go back to contacts and say you've gone and you've uploaded 20 contacts that you have just sitting around in your desk, you would come to your contacts tab, and then what you're going to do if they're all leads that you need to follow up with, click the box next to the lead you need to follow up with, come up here to this pipeline icon, hit pipeline change, select the pipeline you want them in. Most of you will only have the main one right now, so pipeline. Select the stage you want them in, so we're going to say new lead. And you can add opportunity name if you want to add table build or sawmill services, something like that, just to kind of reference, you can. You can come in here and put the value of the lead, and you can put their status if they're open, won, lost. So we'll say this is an open new lead. You could put a task here if you wanted, it'll just be shown in the report, but just kind of something there. So then you hit add update opportunity. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and it's going to call it a bulk action, but it's going to go ahead and add all the contacts that I've selected. So from 1 to 100, whatever you have. That way you can do it all at once. You don't have to go through each contact. So I've updated the lead value. I've added the contact on everything I've wanted to do there. If I come back to opportunities, you'll see that contact is in the pipeline. And you can manually move them over like this. You can move them back, do whatever you want to do. The next thing I'm going to show you, though, we're going to go ahead and delete this. And this is usually where I tell people to start with the CRM. Get in, get comfortable using it, start uploading contacts, start adding them to your pipeline, and then start texting and emailing them from the CRM. Make sure you download the Acres CRM app. It is a lot easier to use on your phone. The desktop has more features, the desktop version, but you're not going to use it nearly as often. So make sure you download that app, you have notifications enabled, you're logged in and ready to go. So we've uploaded our contacts, we've checked our pipeline. The next thing we're going to talk about is email. So the reason we ask for your domain information, I'm going to show you why here. If you go to settings, and you can do this yourself if you want, but we do it for you. We're going to go to settings, and I'm actually going to cut this video so it's not quite so long, and we'll talk about that in the next one.